You learned that in school, eh?
Episode 14 of Season 8. It's the Northstars Show. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Under the jacket this time, the jacket's out in the car. We were kind of rushing. We were late for school board. Jen, one of our guests on the Northstars Show Extra, was waiting here for us. So Jen Cummings is running the Prince-Bersheid tournament this weekend. 6 years she's been doing that. Can you believe that?
Yeah, she's pretty good at running that tournament too. I worked with her last year, and she's got her stuff together, and she runs a pretty good tournament.
For sure. 16 teams coming up this year was one of the things she said. Huge.
Nice, nice.
A bunch coming out of Norway House, Cross Lake. So awesome to have her on the show. We've got a 3-on-1 coming up as well. So we've got Morgan Daneliuk, Rylan, Potkonjak, who got his first win on the weekend as a North Star, so we're picking on him a little bit, and Sam MacDonald, one of my mom's favorites, so she's going to be happy to see him on the show. 3-on-1 with those guys. Great for Rylan to be able to get a win this weekend.
Oh, it is. It's a long time coming. He's played so well for us this year. We should have had him a few more wins, but we fell apart in front of him. But it was nice to see him. I think the whole team was kind of proud for his win, yeah.
I'm the same as you. I was surprised when I saw the picture on Facebook or Twitter or wherever I saw it that he was him with the puck and the giant smile, and I thought, really? But you look back, and I mean, he's played so great. Both the goalies have this year that was kind of a surprise to me. And then we've got Keistin Saunders just next door here on the Fireplace 5-minute major. He played defense at the Manitoba Aboriginal team that he played with last year, and we got him playing a bit of defense this year. I was surprised. I thought he played forward when he went out with those guys.
Yeah, and he started with us as a forward, but
that's why, yeah.
We moved him back defense, and he's been rather strong for us back there, and we're kind of impressed how he can play that position when it doesn't look like he has any formal training on it. Yeah.
No, but he's doing well. Well, and I can attest to that because I mean, off and on, I sort of was an assistant coach on teams he played on, and he basically played forward all through minor hockey and moving up. But it's funny, though, you hear those stories once in a while where there's a kid that moved in midget or even in junior from forward to defense and ends up in the NHL, so maybe you'll be the guy.
Yeah, he might. He's got some pretty good moves out there offensively, I know that.
Yeah, no, he can put the puck in the net, too.
He can dangle.
He's going to have to put on a few pounds if he wants to be the next Dustin Byfuglien, though.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
He's close. Another good weekend for, well, I guess we shouldn't say great weekend for the team, but picking up that win on Sunday was nice. What are some of your thoughts from the whole weekend?
Well, Saturday night, we had a long layover again. We did that earlier this year where we didn't do anything really from Wednesday after practice to Saturday game time. We had some team meetings and that, but it seemed like we were really flat Saturday night. We played bad. We were not mentally in the game either, and we did some things after the game, and we made sure we got a good sleep, and we came back at them, and we played pretty well for about 40 minutes, and then we tried to protect the lead, and that was an episode in itself. But we managed to hold off for a win.
Hung on. And we had talked to Coach Laycock a little bit last week, and he really feels like the momentum carried over a little bit from before Christmas. We had a good weekend against Parkland, picked up a win this weekend. Is that feeling with you too, that the guys are kind of gaining speed? We're still in this one.
Oh yeah, we're trending the right way, that's for sure. Like we're winning more and more games, and we're not going long stretches of losing streaks and that. We started too late in the season to really start turning it on like we are now, but we're going to try to finish off strong. We're trying to get this organization out of the basement, and that's a goal for us.
And it looks like we're headed in the right direction. The top line, too, hot and cold a little bit, but these guys are starting to score some goals. Second day, Valentino looked pretty good. You brought up Johnny Saunders. He played even a little bit on the top line, so nice to see those guys going when they go. Yeah,
like they were really dynamic. We had Mikey Barron with him, Henry Much, and Jamie Valentino, and that's what changed our kind of fortune around. But Mikey went down with an injury, so Johnny kind of filled in, and we're trying to fill other guys in there. But Johnny did the job last Sunday, so hopefully we can take him on the road.
Yeah, that would be great this coming weekend. Any other guys stick out for you? Any of the D-men maybe, or some of the other forwards that you thought really stepped up this past weekend?
Yeah, the D-man, I thought Sam played very good, and Hill, and actually the whole unit back there I thought played pretty good, and for the most part. And for forwards, we have some of our guys that were on the third or fourth line, like Potkonjak. He's starting to get up to speed. Same with Daneliuk and Monius, the big Monius boy. He's getting up to speed. So it's about bringing those guys up so we can compete better, right?
For sure, and just developing them. Some of those guys still have another year with us, so it's good to see that they're getting moving. I know the one play that Paul picked up on Shaw was Sam tracking that one guy down from a zone and a half away, and I'm sure he never saw that coming. Sam's a pretty quick kid when he gets going.
Well, he is, and that's why we always like Sam, because he's got some legs and he can play against some of the faster teams. I've always liked smaller defensemen with a good set of legs, because when you hit teams with big speed, you have to match it, or bad things are going to happen out there.
Yeah, no, he can totally do that. You've got 3 on the weekend coming up. Some thoughts on that? Obviously, we got to score some goals when we're there. Doing something a little different. We're traveling Friday morning this time. So, thoughts on this trip?
Well, the first worry is for people to show up Friday morning for the bus, because we have a few guys that have a hard time even getting up for lunchtime, let alone 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's the first part, to get everybody on the bus, and then we got to come off that bus and play Interlake and Toulon. That's a win we could have. Finally, we get to see Interlake with a set of fresh legs, so I'm hoping we can come off the bus and skate. Then we have Eastman. That'll be a tough go, and then the Bruins, who I hear are not doing very well as of late. So they seem to play us well, but we're hoping to get a few wins for sure this weekend.
Sunday afternoon in the city, we'll beat up on those guys. We look forward to talking to you next week when you've got 3 more wins under your belt.
Well, thank you.
Here's open. Coach Murray right here on the Northstars Show. Jen Cummings coming right up on a Northstars Show Extra. Then we got Keistin Saunders at the Fireplace, and 3-on-1 with Morgan, Rylan, and Sam MacDonald, all here on the Northstars Show. This is a Northstars Show Extra. I'm with Jen Cummings, one of the co-chairs of the Prince-Bersheid tournament coming up this weekend. Jen, what's your role in the tournament? How did you end up here talking to me?
I am the co-chair along with Carly Monias.
And you've got somebody in the tournament, so who do we have?
My youngest is playing this year, Logan. He's number 4, Thompson King Miners A.
You're a pro. I was going to ask number and team just so that everybody get out there. Go look for Logan, number 4 on the A team this weekend. We got 3 Thompson teams that are going to be here and a few others from out of town. So how many teams in the tournament this year?
We have 16 teams total. That's including our 3
Seriously?
Thompson. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a
That's
big one.
Yeah, that's huge. And so it'll be hard to name them all, but tell us where some of the other teams are from.
Well, we have 3 from Norrie House, Cross Lake, Snow Lake, Woboden, Flin Flon, The Paw, Split Lake, and I think that is it. I'm sorry if I missed anyone.
Yeah, check the schedule online in case you missed anyone. No, what a turnout. And I mean, especially for a few years, we weren't getting a lot of teams out of the north, and this year we have. Is this up from other years? Do you know? Is this typical, or have you guys put a hard push on?
Well, this is my 6th year doing it, and it is the largest one by far. So yeah, it's getting better and better.
Wow. And are we going to get a 7th year already? 6 years for running one tournament's a pretty long push. You know the ins and the outs of this. We got you for one more, or is this it?
No, this is it. Yeah. My youngest is moving up, so.
Next year you're a Don McLean organizer.
I guess so.
It'll be good. This is Prince-Bersheid. You probably know about as much about it as anyone, having done this many years with it. Do you know the story of Prince-Bersheid? Can you give us just a snapshot of why the tournament is named that?
Yeah, it's about 2 young boys that passed away in '92. And Earl Timmons wanted to do something, so he started the tournament. And then later on, Ryan Landers had passed, so then that's how the Landers family was included.
Wow!
And that's how it got.
It's so great. That's not great. It's a terrible tragedy, but I think it's great that we can remember those kids and some great hockey players, and that the tournament is going strong. Because I know there was a few years where we weren't getting a lot of teams, and it wasn't looking good. So this year, 16 teams is amazing. You guys must be super excited about it.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Run off your feet, though? Are you looking forward to it starting because you're tired of talking about hockey?
I don't mind. I'm looking forward to finishing. So.
Everybody loves when the final's done on Sunday. There's no doubt about it. What else is going on? I mean, we've got lots of games. 16 teams means a ton of games. Is there some other things? I think usually with the Memorial we do an opening ceremony. So do we have opening ceremonies?
Yeah, our opening ceremonies are on Saturday, 12:45 to 1:30. And the Thompson King Minor A team will be playing right after that.
So we want people to get down here for 12:45 on Saturday afternoon. Do you have some of the other usual stuff too? Silent auction, 50-50s. What else can we expect?
All the good stuff. The silent auction, 50-50. We have a progressive 50-50. Pick a player.
Oh,
Looney
nice.
stick.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
All the biggies. And do you do any? Is there a pizza shootout in Pee Wee? I can't even remember. Do we have a fun night? Any of those kind of things?
We still do the pizza shootout for the first games. So I think it's the first 10 games are pizza shootout, and that's about it.
Then after that, just
It's
great,
just hockey.
just awesome hockey action.
Yeah.
Speaking of hockey, we've got 3 Thompson teams. Can you tell us when their first games are so people can get down and give them a boost?
Okay. I believe the B team is playing at 10 a.m. on Friday, and then 11:30 for the A team, and 1:30 for the AA.
Perfect. So lots of hockey on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
And with 16 teams, the tournament goes all weekend. Finals on Sunday. What time can we start to see some of those final games?
I believe they start at 12:45 on
good.
Sunday.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
and they run, I think the last game is at 4:15, I believe.
All afternoon. Nice having those northern teams too, because we don't have to worry so much about getting them home. Sometimes you want to get the finals done at 8 in the morning, right? But nobody's got too long a trip. So perfect. Do you need any help? Is there anything more we can do than get down here and yell our heads off?
Well, just come and cheer. And we're always looking for timekeepers if anyone wants to come help out. But
sure.
Other than that, I think we're all set.
We've got it taken care of. Last one, any admission charge to get in, or just come down and cheer?
Just come down.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't just come down. Bring money for the 50-50 and for the progressive 50-50 and spend some bucks here, because putting on these tournaments costs a few dollars. Jen Cummings, best of luck with this. Congratulations to you on 6 years with the Prince-Bersheid tournament, and thanks for coming to talk to us.
Thank you.
Fireplace 5-minute major with Keistin Saunders. We liked having him on the show so much last week. Had to bring him back this time for the Fireplace for a little bit more time. Keistin, let's get right to it. Tell us a little bit about your hockey journey. Where have you all played? You basically played all your minor hockey here in Thompson, right? I coached you and saw you coming up a little bit, but just talk us through that, right from Timbits and Thompson.
Yeah, I've been playing since Timbits, all the way from here to pretty much my whole life. I've been playing here. AA, Adam, Pee Wee, and yeah, playing mid Northstars now.
What a spectacular run. Just before we talk about your Team Manitoba experience, do you remember the Mun Cup?
Oh yeah, I remember the Mun Cup. I don't even think we made it to the finals. No.
I was hoping my memory was wrong and that we had won it, but I know that wasn't really the case. Probably the highlight from the sounds of things was playing with Team Manitoba last year. So tell us about what that team was all about and where you went.
It was just a bunch of people like from everywhere, like down south, like kids from Thrashers, Pilot Mound got it together. I guess it's like a Team Manitoba, but for Aboriginal people. And I didn't make it at first, but I got called up, so to go play over there in Nova Scotia.
So there were tryouts and you didn't make it, and then they called you up after that. So your tryouts were in Winnipeg?
Yeah, tryouts are in Winnipeg, yeah.
And then you went to Nova Scotia. Have you ever been to the East Coast before?
No, my first time going.
And is it as beautiful as everybody says?
Yeah, it's very nice there.
Outside of the hockey, what was the best part of being there?
Probably just sightseeing and stuff. We did a lot of sightseeing and went to, I forget what it's called, but we seen the ocean and yeah.
Peggy's Cove, maybe? I'm guessing. I've never been to the East Coast either. So we're two people, we're like the blind leading the blind. We don't really know what we're talking about. So you guys had some success. Tell us how the tournament went. So it was teams from all across Canada, and in the end you were in a bronze medal game?
Yeah, I was in a bronze medal game against Ontario South, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and we came and won third there. We lost to BC in the semis, so just a little short by one goal.
Bummer, but still, I mean, getting bronze and doing that big trip, meeting some of the guys from around Manitoba. Do you remember where some of your line mates were from? Were they northern guys, southern guys?
I was defense, and all I knew at the beginning was Hunter Hulkrow there. Yeah, I didn't know anyone else but Hunter. So, but as soon as I got comfortable and I started meeting everyone, and now I guess they're my friends. Yeah.
Wow. What a great experience. I mean, obviously you would do that again if you got a chance?
Yeah, I'd do it again, definitely.
Hands down. You missed the North Star banquet last year because you were out there. We FaceTimed you. I remembered that. Actually, I kind of forgot until you reminded me. But we missed having you there this year. This is your last year on the North Stars. Can you tell us a little bit of some thoughts on the North Stars? What's some of the highlights been for you as a North Star?
Probably getting the assistant captain my first year, I guess, halfway through the season. I didn't expect it because it was my first year, so yeah. And yeah, just
playing.
Yeah, just playing.
What's your favorite place to go on any of the road trips? So you've been on all the trips a few times. You've been on lots of the bus trips. What's your favorite place to go?
Probably Kenora.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like because it's just nice there, and we spend time over there walking around and just taking pictures and stuff like that. Yeah.
It is a beautiful place on the water, but it's also a little bit like home, I find it. It's not Thompson, but maybe feels a little more like home than the city.
Yep.
For sure. And who are some of the favorite guys that you've played with on the North Stars?
I gotta go Jerome Linklater, Albert Brard, and Sheldon, and them. Yeah, pretty much everyone. So yeah.
and lots of guys that are still playing hockey now and doing really well. So some spectacular picks. Who are some of your favorite coaches growing up? Maybe the North Star coaches now, last year, or some of your minor hockey coaches?
I gotta go with Ryan Wood.
Wow.
Ryan,
yeah.
He's one of my favorite coaches.
That was a good one. That was in Adam, right? That was Adam AA year, and then Ryan moved down to
he moved down to Morgan. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, and Michael Lafreniere, my first year midgets.
With the AAs?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's runs a good program, and I mean, so many of the AA guys have been moving up. Johnny's been up and down, but he was playing with the AA Saunders, and now he's up playing with the North Stars. So what did you like about Mike? Because he's not afraid to drop a few F-bombs once in a while.
He's a very good coach. He doesn't like losing. No one should like losing, I guess. And he pushed everyone in drylands, and he's just a good coach. And yeah.
I think he relates to the guys a bit, and I know all the guys would take a bullet for him, right? He's in his own way, he's likable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of playing hockey, what are some of the things that you like to do, say, in the summertime?
Probably just playing baseball back home with like Henry and them, and yeah.
It's great that you get to do that. Back home's Norway House, right? That's where your family's from. Yeah. And do you get back there quite a bit in the summertime?
Yeah, I spend the whole summer there. Sometimes I just come back for a week or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And playing ball, give us one other thing you like to do when you're there? Just visiting, hanging out with everybody. I mean, it's beautiful in summertime, the lake's there.
Just probably just like to go swimming with my other brothers and my sisters and stuff like that, yeah.
Wow. How great is that? Grade 12 this year. Keistin, do you have any plans for next year? Do you have hockey dreams or some other dreams?
I'm just focusing on trying to get to junior A next year. So just try out as many teams as I can and just keep playing hockey whenever I'm done.
Until you can't anymore?
Yeah.
Until you're older than me? Have you had any interest from any of those teams, or is there one team? If there was one team that called today, who would you sign the papers with? Who would you love to play for?
Probably just, I don't know, Way bring me into their organization just like before the season, so I wouldn't mind playing with them. So.
And I mean, great organization. That's an exciting team to play for. We've had a couple guys that said that would be their number one pick. Other than the Paw guys, they all picked the Blizzard. Like, what's up with that?
Because probably just hometowners, I guess. Yeah.
Blizzard's a pretty good team to play with. Just before we let you go, what's maybe your biggest highlight as a North Star so far?
Probably scoring in the shootout last year against Kenora to get the win before Christmas break. Yeah, so I always remember that one. Yeah.
It's like you got this Kenora thing. You love going there because you scored in them. You scored the overtime winner.
Yeah.
Perfect. NHL role model or favorite player. Who is it? And if you could spend a day with them, what would you do?
Mitchell Marner, of course. Yeah, probably spend a day with him. If we were in Toronto, just go to the whatever Highland Tower, whatever CN Tower. Yeah.
Do some sightseeing with Mitchell Marner. Okay, if that works out, can Paul and I come and tape the day? We'll do it. It's Keyston Saunders in the Fireplace 5-minute major. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It's 3-on-1. Haven't done this in a little while. Nice to have the boys here. A couple of good news stories. And Sam, my mom's a big fan of Sam MacDonald. Thinks someday he might take over the show. What do you guys think?
I can't see it.
If Sam takes over, it might go a little wild, but it's always fun to have a new twist.
You just never know. If one day I'm too sick to cover the show, I think Sam's got this one. You got your first North Star win on the weekend. How did that feel?
Pretty good. Finally feels good to get that monkey off my back.
Your smile on the Twitter pic that I saw with the game puck was pretty big, so obviously it felt good. Was there one highlight during the game? Was there something that you remember from that, or just feeling good to finally get that monkey off the back?
Just feeling good to finally get that monkey off the back.
Like it. Just before we start the 3-on-1, first I'm going to go to Sam, then I'm going to come over here. Sam, when you do take over the show, what do you think your favorite segment will be to do?
What is your favorite segment? Just go off of.
My favorite segment is this thing. The Fireplace is quickly emerging as one of my favorites.
I'd probably say 3-on-1. I quite enjoy this, yeah.
I like it. And season highlight so far?
I don't know, probably when I scored in exhibitions.
That's taking it right back. It's strange. You'll have trouble believing this, but I don't remember that goal. So how did it go? Talk us through it. Paint a picture in our minds.
So I dumped a puck deep, and Blake Lahonen was behind the net, and he passed it to JR across, and then JR passed it through the goalie's legs from behind the red line, and I was in front to shoot it in.
Oh, that is a nice goal. At home or on the road?
On the road, we were in
at the
Ceres.
showcase? Yeah. Too bad we didn't have a camera on that, Paul. That would be some great B-roll. That'd be really good. Okay, we're picking on you because you had the big weekend. We got to take you down a peg. So it's 3-on-1. I'm going to start off with if you could only have 3 apps on your phone, what would they be?
Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, I think.
Facebook.
Yeah, I love it for looking at sleds.
Yeah. No music or anything?
No?
I think Facebook's a little bit more important.
Last time we asked Sam, he said he'd keep the phone app on there. Phone's not important to you, even though it's called a phone?
No phone means an excuse why I don't answer phone calls or anything. So
Fair enough.
that works out.
I'm gonna have to call his girlfriend.
You can't find new sleds on your phone, only on Facebook. What you got?
Probably messages, like Apple Messages, Spotify, and Facebook.
Those are pretty good. You seriously use Facebook too, more than Snapchat?
Yeah, look at sleds. Yeah, same thing as him.
Who knew? Facebook, this should be their new marketing strategy. I'm going to call them and tell them, look, get into sleds. I know we did this one with you, Sam. Have you changed your mind at all? Phone, and what are your other 2 apps?
Phone, Snapchat, and probably music, yeah. Or podcasts. I've listened to a fair bit of podcasts lately, so probably podcasts.
Other than Snow Day podcast, which everybody should watch, Snow Day Pod on iTunes. Favorite podcast?
Misfits podcast.
I like that one. What do you got for a question?
If you could be on any reality TV show, which one would it be?
I don't know. I probably like Ridiculousness. Yeah.
Do you know that show?
No.
No. Tell us what is it? Never heard of it. Sam, you know this one?
Never heard of it.
Ridiculousness?
Yeah.
I think it's when they just show replays of guys doing stuff, and it's just hard wipeouts and yeah.
Oh, okay, I think I've heard of that.
Like kind of like Fail Army?
It's with Rob Dyrdek. You know who that is?
I'm pretty sure I've seen commercials for it. But,
All right.
yeah.
We'll give you that. I'd go on The Voice. I love that show.
Yeah.
We all get to do this one. Favorite reality show?
Probably Wipeout.
Oh, that's a nice throwback. Yeah, that's a good.
I don't really watch TV.
It's crazy. I kind of believe him. All he does is listen to podcasts. I'm not a good singer. I'd never win The Voice, but I'd like to do it. You got a question?
If you couldn't play hockey, what would be your sport?
I mean,
snowcross.
Sledding's pretty fun, but maybe some tennis, cricket possibly, Switch it up.
Have you ever played cricket? Do you even understand the rules?
I played in gym class. All I know is you got to hit the ball and run.
It was fun actually when we played it. Yeah, I had a blast.
I mean, millions of people play it. I Wikipedia'd it a couple months ago, tried to understand it, and it's just, I don't know.
Hard.
It's out there. It is hard. There's no doubt about it. What's your lock screen?
It's actually a picture of me in that.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, yours? What you got?
I'm pretty sure it's just like an Apple screen.
Oh, the Apple screen? Yeah, show them. As long as it's not like...
Yeah, see?
What do you got?
It's just that.
We got another Keystone Saunders. Oh, that one. Hey, that's pretty good.
That's a home screen.
Oh, yeah. That's your home screen. I got a paint lake pick. Yeah, Sam, show us yours. Hit him with another question while Sam gets his ready to go.
If you could eliminate one thing from your daily routine, what would it be?
Waking up tired. Mornings just aren't my thing.
I know how to solve that, but never mind.
Just don't go to bed at 2 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. Stay off of Facebook. Quit looking for news.
Probably bringing in wood to the house, because we heat our house using wood fire, and it's just a pain.
Surprisingly, your dad was just saying how impressed he was with how you've been bringing in the wood and making kindling this year. So you're making an impact, even if it's a job you hate. So stick with it. I had a good question. You got a question?
What's your favorite part about being a goaltender?
Oh, that's a good question.
Favorite part? It'd probably be making those big saves, the crowd going wild, the boys getting hype. But also it can be the worst part if you don't make those saves. So there's a hit or a miss.
Little defeating. You're a guy that loves adventure. I'm a centerman, so my life is just pretty
all around.
Yeah, all around. No big ups and downs. Once in a while you score a goal, but it's not kind of the same.
Well, if you just assists, eh?
Yeah,
You know how that feels. 5 assists, 0 goals.
Hey, we need those.
Yeah.
Hall and Oates. Oh yeah, that was a pretty good hit back there. Actually, it wasn't too bad for midget house league. Favorite guy to room with on the road and why?
Well, my favorite guy I used to love to room with would probably be Richard Ducharme, but that's no longer a thing. So
It's definitely me now.
My favorite guy to room with. That's a tough one. Probably Brandon Hill, calm guy.
Just easy living. Not a lot of highs and lows. You get enough of that goaltending. One more question each. What you got?
Favorite hockey team? It's classic. Can't go wrong.
Northstars wouldn't be a bad answer, but
NHL team, more specific.
Like Edmonton Oilers.
Paul's about to turn off the camera. He will not stand for that. You got one more?
Yeah. Would you rather run
I love the would you rathers.
run at 100 miles or fly at 10 miles an hour?
Probably run at 100 miles, and if you're getting chased by something, don't have to worry.
Run or fly?
Definitely gotta be fly.
I'd fly, and then I'd have to pay to get across the ocean.
It'd be slow though.
Yeah.
At 10 miles an hour, you better pack a lunch. I'd go fly too, just because it's cool. Even though I really can't run very fast. Black tape or white?
For practice, black tape. For games, white.
I've never heard that one
Yeah, me
before.
neither.
You guys? No? Practice
Just
tape and white tape?
black tape is me.
Yeah, black tape.
White tape, never tape the toe.
Just the one little wrap at the end, the classic, the whole thing. Dad's still paying for sticks. You tape that whole thing. I'm black tape right now. Hey, we haven't done it for a while. That's 3-on-1. Thanks, boys.
Thank you. See ya.
Have a nice day.
We got another one in the books. Northstars Show, episode 14 of season 8. Underneath the coat, we've got the Manitoba Games. Just a shout out to a year ago when things were so great in Thompson. What an amazing event. And I wanted to wear the sweatshirt. I love the sweatshirt. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Behind the camera, Paul Anderson, who the rumor is partly getting married for a Boston Pizza discount. True story. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if it's true. That's what I heard. Lots of hockey happening here this weekend. I want to thank Jen Cummings for meeting me. Her and her coach, Carly Monius, are putting on the Prince-Bersheid tournament this weekend. Her 6th year. She knows what she's doing. 16 teams getting started on Friday at about 12:30 in the afternoon, running all the way through to Sunday afternoon. Finals are around 4:30. We've got the Wolves in town as well. Northstars are out of town. Midget AA's are off this weekend, but there's still going to be no end of hockey here at the C. Nesbitt and Gordon Beard Arenas. If you do get tired of hockey, Jammin' for Jackets is happening at the Juniper Center. Get down there, support that great cause, and here's some amazing local bands. Thanks to Morgan, Rylan, and Sam for the 3-on-1. Keistin Saunders in the Fireplace 5-minute major. And, of course, Coach Murray Nychyporuk. It's all right here on the Northstars Show. Join us next week when we do it all again.